guys, welcome back. So today I had originally planned on filming my BoxyCharm unboxing. It was on the way, I was tracking it, it was going to be dropped off today in my mailbox. But as you know from my Get to Know Me video, we do live in a duplex and our mailboxes are connected to our neighbors and it sits in front of their driveway. So the neighbor actually is our landlord as well. They like to park their cars in front of the mailboxes. And here's the thing with that, whenever you park in front of the mailboxes, our mailman will not drop off our mail. So I didn't get my mail today because he parked in front of it. This has been a continuing issue for us. We've said something to them multiple times about parking in front of the mailboxes and they still continue to do it. They know we won't get our mail if they park there. So the mailman just keeps the mail, drops it off the next day if the car isn't there, and they'll write like box blocked and the date on it. So frustrating. I don't know what else I can do about it. It especially sucks because he's our landlord. So anyways, we're still going to film today. So I decided I was just going to do like a drugstore hits and misses type of thing. What are my favorite things at the drugstore, and then some things that also I didn't work out for me. I'm sorry that I sound like crap. I am sick. My son was homesick from school for multiple days last week and then I caught the bug. I got it. I'm sick too, but whatever. We gonna roll with it anyways. So the first thing I want to talk about is the only non-makeup item that I have, and it is this moisturizer. Excuse me. So this is the Clean and Clear Morning Burst Hydrating Gel Moisturizer. I absolutely love this. If you have extremely dry skin like I do and you're not using a gel moisturizer, you definitely need to jump on the bandwagon because gel moisturizers have changed my life when it comes to my dry skin. I love this. It smells so amazing. It's like watermelon. I don't know. It says ultra lightweight, won't clog pores, provides a touch of moisture, which I think it provides more than a touch of moisture, but it's really good. I use it day and night. After every time I wash my face, I put this on. Good to go. Amazing. It's affordable. Yes, A+. For foundations, I actually really like a lot of drugstore foundations. I think I have to say though that the L'Oreal True Match is my #1 favorite foundation at the drugstore. It never lets me down. It always looks so natural and beautiful on the skin. They have a humongous range of shades in this. So they have like a giant section of neutral undertones, cool undertones, warm undertones. Really great. This is a little more on the pricey side from the drugstore, I believe. I think this is around about $11 or $12. I can't be exactly sure on that, but it's definitely worth it. I would pay $15 if it was $15 so. And I am in the shade Classic Ivory N2. Another one that I really love, and this is also from the True Match line, but this is the True Match Lumi Foundation. It says healthy luminous makeup. It sounds so bad. This does have a broad spectrum SPF of 20 in it. I am also in the shade N2 in this one. This leaves such a beautiful, natural, dewy looking finish on your skin. It's really lightweight, but it has good coverage. It's not a full coverage foundation, but it's definitely buildable. It's a really great, I love this foundation. Oh, and then the L'Oreal True Match also has an SPF of 17 in it. I know some people don't like having SPF in their foundation because it can cause a flashback whenever you're taking flash photography, but I do not have that issue at all when it comes to these two. I do wish the True Match had a pump on it. That's the one downside of it I don't like. I love that they're both in glass bottles. A+ for the pump on this one. Just wish this one had one as well. Another drugstore foundation that I absolutely love is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. I absolutely love this because even though I have very dry skin, this works for me. I don't know what the heck they put in this, if it's magic or what, but this is like, it looks like a high-end foundation on your face. Like this, it's just a beautiful matte foundation. It doesn't look powdery or cakey. It's not thick in consistency. It's actually really thin. but it just dries down to this beautiful matte foundation. It says normal to oily, and I'm extremely dry, so if you haven't tried this foundation and you've been wanting to but you have dry skin and maybe you're like, I don't know if that's going to work for me. I have really dry skin, it works for me, so if you want to try it out, jump on it. And I am in shade 120 Classic Ivory. Last and final drugstore foundation that I have right now. I'm trying to think if there's, oh, there is another one that I don't have that I really love, which I will talk about here in a second, but this is the L'Oreal True Match, L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow Foundation. It says it's up to 24-hour wear. I don't know about that. I don't know who's going to even be wearing their foundation for 24 hours, but it does last a long time on the face. It leaves a absolutely gorgeous luminous glow to the skin. This is probably my second favorite drugstore foundation. I do like this one more than the Lumi. It has great coverage. It's buildable. It doesn't look cakey. It's not too tacky on the skin. You know how some luminous foundations can be just a little bit too sticky on your face. This also has an SPF of 15 in it. It says radiant finish, normal to dry skin, and it says it's hydrating. There's that one. I will say that I think L'Oreal as a brand has the best foundations at the drugstore in my personal opinion. Moving on to concealer. Braylee's sitting right here. You can't see her, but she's here. So my number one all-time favorite concealer from the drugstore is definitely the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. This concealer is so amazing. It looks absolutely beautiful on the skin. It blends out so easily. Great coverage, but it doesn't look thick and cakey under the eyes. I will say it is... You're ridiculous. I will say that it does crease on my under eyes if I don't set it, but every single concealer that I own creases under my eyes except for the Tarte Shape Tapes. That's the only one that I have found that does not crease on me. I mean, it does just a tiny bit. I set all of my concealer no matter what anyways, but you definitely have to set this. Still beautiful. Absolutely love it. Great concealer. The Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin. I haven't even had this for very long. I just decided to pick it up a couple weeks ago. This is also really good. This Camouflaunt Corrector. This is another really good concealer. I will say that I do like the Fit Me better, but these are both amazing. This one also blends out well, looks beautiful on the skin. I don't think it's as high in coverage as the Maybelline Fit Me is, but you can build it. You can add more and it doesn't cake up or look crazy. Concealer that I have, dropped it, is the Maybelline Master Conceal. This is a very high coverage concealer. You do not need much of this. This is a lot thicker in consistency than the Fit Me or the Maybelline Super Stay. So you don't need very much of it. It is a little bit tougher to blend out because it has a thicker consistency, but it's great coverage. Even though it's thick, it's not cakey at all. But with something more high coverage like this that's thicker, you definitely want to be sure that you set it and set it very well. Set it, forget it, move on. One that I did not like, which I don't know what all the hype is about on this one. A lot of people love it. I really don't. This is the Wet n Wild Come Correct Celebrity Concealer. I feel like this is too thick and it almost feels oily to me. It does not blend out easily. It's just, oh, it's so thick. So freaking thick and oily, and I'm sorry, Wet n Wild. I love you, but I do not love this concealer. I mean, it might work for other people. Don't get me wrong. I've seen a lot of people that it works for. They use it. It looks beautiful on them, but for me, it's just like a thick, cakey mess. It doesn't even matter if I use a tiny bit of this. It does not work for me. I don't like it, so waste of my money. Next, I really I feel like the drugstore needs to expand their range when it comes to translucent powders. I don't feel like a lot of drugstore companies make translucent powders, and the ones that I have found I haven't been crazy about. You know, they'll say translucent, but then they're not. They have color to them, and it drives me insane. The only one that I've ever found that I'm absolutely in love with and works for me is obviously the Coty Airspun. This is the translucent. They also have it in extra coverage, extra coverage, and they have it in extra coverage and possibly, I think there's like 2 other ones, but this is the one that I buy. I use this under my eyes. I use this to set my entire face. It doesn't look cakey. It doesn't make me look dry. I have very dry skin. This does not do that to me. It doesn't cling on to those dry patches of skin that I get like around my nose or in between my brows. It's just a beautiful powder. I love it. One thing that I think a lot of people don't like about it, which I think I've kind of just gotten used to it, but it has a very, very strong scent. And I can't even explain to you what the scent is. It's like, it reminds me of my grandmother. Like, that's what it smells like, and it's extremely strong. It doesn't last on the face though. It goes away. It's not there all day. It does come with like a giant powder puff. I don't use those. I always just throw them out, but it does have like the little plastic sifter thing in the top, and then I just kind of like shake it into the lid, pull the lid off, and dip my brush in. So yeah, there's that Coty Airspun, and I think this is around $8. Have to look that up as well. That's the only powder I have, loose powder. I'm going to show you this, but don't make fun of me. I need to buy a new one, but I just saved it for this video. This is a Real Techniques sponge. What are these called? Complexion Perfection sponge, maybe? I don't know. But these are really, really, really good. Surprisingly, this is probably the only sponge that I think comes close to the Beauty Blender. You know how you'll buy those drugstore sponges and they're like really hard and rough no matter how much water you try to fill it with, and then squeeze it out and it doesn't soften up, and it just like eats up your foundation. This is the only one that I have found at the drugstore that works for me, and it blends out foundation really well. It doesn't soak up a ton. I mean, any sponge is going to intake some of your foundation, but this is the best one that I've found so far from the drugstore. It has this little slant on it, which I really like, because I use this end to press in my foundation, and then I use the opposite side to blend out the concealer under my eyes. I'm like blowing bubbles over here. As well as I use this to dip into my powder to cut my bronzer. Let's move on to eyeshadows. So, an eyeshadow palette, I'm sorry, but I have never found an actual shadow palette from the drugstore that I like, that I think is good quality, creamy, and blends out well. This is the Maybelline The Nudes palette. It has a lot of neutral, cool undertone shadows in them. I'm sorry, but these are just, you could make them work. You can make any eyeshadow work, but they're just, oh, you could do so much better. I mean, there's just nothing. There's no pigmentation. They're patchy, they're dry, like my throat and my voice right now. Very patchy. I'll show you this black. I mean, no. There's not much else to say about it. I don't like it. I'll never use it again. I know that there's like a blushed nudes at the drugstore. The Maybelline one. I'm not going to even try it. There's that. Now let's move on to these bad boys. Ah! Okay. These are the Maybelline Color Tattoos Eye Studio. These are the 24-hour eyeshadows. These I absolutely love. So I have 3, but I only have 2 of them here with me. This is Bad to the Bronze. Such a beautiful color. These are so, so pigmented. I love to use these under other eyeshadows to make them pop more. They make other eyeshadows that you lay on top of them pop and stand out really well. So that's Bad to the Bronze. Really beautiful color. Pigmented. Full pigment throughout that swipe. You see that? Yeah. Get it together. And then I also have Barely Branded, which is a really pretty taupey, which my daughter got into, so it's like scraped down and it's all dried out because she pretty much I'm so bad at swatching. Yeah, this one needs to go in the trash because it's all dried out from her getting into it, but that's that one. These eyeshadows I am absolutely obsessed with from the drugstore. If you're going to spend your money on anything at the drugstore, I think these would be it. These are the L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadows. They're like the pressed pigment type of eyeshadows almost. They come in these little pots. And then they have the little thingy that keeps them pressed in so they don't become a chunky, crappy mess. But these, oh my god, you guys, these are so beautiful. They're so freaking creamy to the touch. Amazing pigment. Stunning. Look at that. Gorgeous. Buttery, pigmented. They blend well with other eyeshadows. This one is in the shade Amber Rush. I think I have about 4 of these. I'm just going to show you 2 of them today though. And then this is Endless Sea. It's this beautiful teal blue greenish color. Ugh. It's to die for. This is so pretty. I love this color so much. I just want to freaking bathe in this. Look at that. Gorgeous, gorgeous shades. So yeah, those are the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour eyeshadow, it claims. The entire range of these are absolutely gorgeous. I think these are a little bit more on the pricey side as well, but how often are you honestly going to go through something like this? Like, you get a lot of product in here. Unless you're using this every single day of your life, these are going to last you a very good amount of time. These are the L'Oreal Paris Color Riche eyeshadow pans. This is in the shade 207 Pain. Oh my gosh, I'm butchering the crap out of this. Pain au Chocolat. I don't know, this is what it looks like. It's this beautiful, cool tone shade of purple. Let me swatch it for you. These are very, very creamy, buttery. It's definitely a different texture. They're almost like they're pressed eyeshadows. I don't know how else to explain it, honestly. These are also very pigmented. You can't really see that because of the light, but so beautiful, buttery, creamy. L'Oreal did really great with these. They feel like high-end. You can go to Walgreens and they usually have sales on them where you can buy one, get one 50% off. So I'll show you another one. This one is Sunset Cyan? I don't know. 202 Sunset Cyan. It's this beautiful, warm, I'm really bad at it. It's almost like a terracotta-y, bronzy, orangey shade. Really pretty. Nice eyeshadows. Nice eyeshadows. Can't even talk. Oh, what's this one? Oh, this one's a really good one too. I love to use this shade. This is one of the matte ones. I wouldn't say it's completely matte. Let's see. This is more of like it has a light sheen in it, so it's not completely matte, but it's not glittery or chunky or anything. But this one is 201 Little Beige Dress. Once again, creamy as hell, buttery, pigmented, easy to blend out. I love to use this as a transition when I'm doing those purple colors on my eyes that I always love to do. I'll just swatch this. You're probably not even gonna be able to see this because I'm so pasty, but this is like a beige. I suck. Anyways, very pretty. Yes, okay. Let me just show you one more L'Oreal Infallible. If you're going to get one, get this one and the blue one because these are so beautiful. This is Golden Sage. I'm going to swatch it for you because, oh, this color is to die for. Sorry, I'm flipping you off. Look how absolutely beautiful that color is. Ugh, so gorgeous. I absolutely love these. For blushes, I actually don't have... The Wet n Wild blushes are really, really good. The one that I had, it completely shattered and I just had to end up throwing it away, but I love... Do you hear my voice? I love those blushes. But yes, very good blushes. I can't really think of... Oh, who am I kidding? This is like my baby right here. So this is a Milani blush. All of these blushes from Milani are absolutely amazing. This one in particular is my favorite. This is Milani's Luminoso. This gives such a gorgeous peachy golden sheen to the cheeks. Beautiful everyday blush. This goes with so many looks. If you are looking for an amazing drugstore blush, definitely look into these blushes from Milani. They also, I don't know, were the rose ones limited edition or not? I didn't ever pick one of those up, but I did want to try them. A lot of people raved about the like the rose imprinted blushes from Milani. Highlighters. Once again, I don't even feel like very many drugstore brands are doing highlighters. They need to like get on the bandwagon. Like, come on, drugstore, where you at? Like, let's get some freaking highlight in our life. But one brand that I will say continues to kill it when it comes to the highlighting game is Wet n Wild. So this one right here, I just happened to stumble upon while I was at Kmart one day. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Gold Bar in Holy Gold Head or Holly Gold, I don't know, Holly Gold Head. Really beautiful golden highlight. It does have this other little square right here with more of like a bronzy color, but I don't really think that picks up too much whenever you're applying it to the cheeks. I know that they have another one. It's like the big round one and it has like the multiple slabs. I don't have that one. I want to pick it up though. They had the other ones that were like the little squares and they had like the flowers imprinted into them and they were the highlighters. I can't find those anywhere. I couldn't even find those whenever they were out, so meh. No cool highlight for me. The only brand from the drugstore that absolutely has stolen my heart when it comes to the bronzer game, Physicians Formula. Of course, you guys knew I was going to say that. Their Butter Bronzer is my #1 favorite bronzer in the entire world. It smells like heaven. It looks beautiful on the skin. It blends easily. It doesn't look patchy or choppy. It's not orange. It's just like the perfect undertone for even me being pasty and white as I am. Physician Formula, of course, is a little bit more on the pricey side, but it's so worth it, you guys. And this has lasted me forever. This was the first one I ever bought, and I've had it for a long time, and I literally use this every day. Amazing. If you have not tried this yet, please pick it up. And I also just saw on their Instagram that they're coming out with a butter blush, and I about died and went to freaking Physicians Formula heaven. Another one that I absolutely love from them, this was just like, this isn't the original packaging that it comes in, but this is the Physicians Formula Bronze Booster. This says Glow Boosting Press Shimmer Bronzer, and this is the one in light to medium. This is what it looks like. This is another really amazing bronzer from the drugstore. This one does have shimmer in it, but it's not like chunky glittery shimmer. It looks so beautiful on the skin for those summer days when you just want to look like a bronze glowing goddess. This is what you need. Okay, moving on. Let's talk about some lipsticks. The Milani lipsticks in the gold packaging are amazing. They smell like, this one smells like watermelon. This is my favorite one. This is Dolce Carmelo number 27. This is not a matte lipstick. It is I'm about out of it. It's a beautiful color and it does have little tiny flecks of gold in it, but this just looks gorgeous on the lips. I absolutely love this one. NYX has some of my favorite lip products from the drugstore. Their butter glosses are absolutely amazing. This one is my favorite that I'm wearing today. This is Creme Brulee from NYX. Very affordable. They have an amazing shade range in these lip glosses, and then they also have the intense butter glosses, which are really good. One is in Chocolate Crepe. And these are really pigmented. They're not patchy. They're very glossy, but they last on the lips for a good amount of time. So A+ on these as well. I'm sorry, but when it comes to the drugstore, brands also absolutely suck at making liquid lipsticks. I haven't came across a brand other than NYX that makes a liquid lipstick that I like, that's not patchy or drying or crusty and gives you like that butthole mouth. The NYX Soft Matte Lip Creams are my #1 liquid lipstick at the drugstore. These are more of like they're what they say. They're a soft matte lip cream. So they're not like an actual liquid lipstick that's going to dry down like say an Anastasia liquid lipstick would. They're more like a whipped moussey consistency. But I actually like this type of formula better because they're way more comfortable on the lips. They do last a long time. They have a really good vanilla type of smell to them as well. They last for a pretty good amount of time on the lips. Very affordable, great shade range in these as well. And then the last thing I'm going to talk about is the NYX Liquid Suede. These are more of like your traditional liquid lipstick type of formula. I will say that these are a little bit drying. The formula of them are pretty good though. I haven't came across one yet that's like super patchy or anything. This one's vintage, but they are extremely drying on the lips. I have to moisturize the crap out of my lips before I wear them, or they will get like that nasty in the inner rim, and you know, they don't last as long as like a high-end liquid would. But if you're looking for a drugstore liquid lipstick, these are a really good choice. Yeah guys, I think we're going to end this video here. That's all I have to talk about today. I'm so sad that I did not get to do my BoxyCharm unboxing, so now it's not going to come until Monday because today is currently Saturday. But it'll get here, I'll film it, I'll get it up for you guys. We'll do a BoxyCharm Get Ready With Me like I did last month. Hey, I hope that I helped you out if you're looking for some new stuff to try at the drugstore. And please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe before you leave. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye!